neighbor here. Yes, guys. And we're going to talk about some little stuff in the meantime. We don't know what as yet, but as soon as we go along, then you will find out. Okay, so we are using the Motion hair cream. It has a what? The treatments. It have a leave-in treatments. It have about 4 or 5 different applications. So this is 1 and this is B. This is the mixture for this, which we already did that. So it's time now to apply the hair cream. First, I like to part the hair into 2. I like to do the front first and then the back after, because if in case the cream ended up burning her, the front can look, proper, even if she washed it out. Okay. So then introduce yourself.
This is the neighbor, the one and only neighbor, Vanetta.
And tell them where you're from.
I am from Guyana, lovely Guyana, the land of many waters.
Jamaica is many waters too.
Yes, we heard.
So, guys, what we're gonna talk about then?
What could we talk about?
Let's see if you can. What can we talk about?
What could we talk about? The struggles.
Right.
The struggles of being in America. It's definitely not a bed of roses.
Exactly. A lot of persons think that, because we're here, we're picking up money off the ground or on a tree, but it's not like that. This is the hardest set of job I ever done in my entire life.
We could definitely talk about them.
Right? We live here I live here like a year and a bit, almost 2 years now. And most of the time, I don't see them for weeks, days. Because we're running in and out. By the time she came, I left. By the time I came, she left. Sometimes we don't even have time to sleep. Nothing. We don't even have time for ourselves.
Yeah, because we got to be working 2 jobs.
Exactly.
Most of the time to make ends meet.
Exactly. And to pay our bills, because I'm telling you, you guys getting away with murder back in the Caribbean. I'm telling you. It may be rough, yes. Like with jobs wise, and the money that you guys are earning, but when you're over here,
nothing is given to you free.
Exactly.
You gotta get work for every single thing. Back home you could go at the neighbor and get some dry coconut. Or you could maybe get fruits.
Too hacky.
You could go and catch your fish.
True.
Can't do it over here.
Everything have to be purchased. No one not giving you anything for free. And another thing, guys, we have to pay bills here, like phone bill. It's not like Jamaica, or I don't know about Guyana, if they buy credit.
I think here we buy credit.
Exactly. And if you don't have credit, you don't have to be worried and say, I don't have no money right now, so I'm good. If you don't pay your phone bill here, you don't have a phone.
Basically.
Right. And then if you let your phone bill stay like for 3 months, I think that is
so much? 3?
Yeah, 3 months you lose your number. And you have to reapply all over again. Yep. And that's not cheap.
You gotta pay to put it on back, just for like back home. If you make your your phone bill or your phone line cut off, you gotta pay for a reconnection fee.
Exactly.
You gotta pay for reconnection fee too.
Exactly. And here, guys, back home you can, I don't know about Guyana as I said, but I'm just speaking for Jamaica, and Ven is gonna speak for her country. Back home, if you buy a TV, you can put up an antenna and your TV works. Here, if you don't have internet, your TV now work. So you buy a TV, and you go look at it in your house, and you can't turn it on.
Exactly.
So here is totally different from Jamaica, guys. Most of the time, you guys calling us, asking us for money, asking us for credit. You don't even know what we're going through. Sometimes when we pay our bills, we don't have nothing for ourselves. Nothing. Sometimes even food, we hardly can buy it. You hear people about foreign food cheap. It's not true. It's not. It's most of the things is more expensive here because a dollar is a dollar into a man country.
Right.
And that's what you guys do not understand. And I notice a lot of you guys saying, oh, when you call and beg local credit or yeah, beg $50, you know, say we not have it for true, no sit down, no talk, we answer what we mean.
We came over here, we get big.
And we hyping.
Sometimes we not answering the people call because you know you're tired of hearing the people begging.
And sometimes you don't even have time.
That too. The little time that you get, all you want to do is lie down and sleep.
Exactly. Sometimes even people over here call you and you cannot even respond to them until you get the time. And people fail to understand that. They're ready to think negativity and say, oh, they don't want to answer my call. They get in hype, you see? That's not how it works, guys. You have to understand. Here is a different pattern, a different lifestyle from the Caribbean countries.
And most people back home, it's easy on them because most people own houses.
Exactly.
Or even if they're staying at somebody's house, they ain't got to pay rent.
Because they can, I don't know about your country as I said, back home they can steal lights.
Yeah, they do.
And then steal water. Over here, you have to pay for everything. Even if you rent a place, it's all inclusive, you still have to pay for them. It's not free. It's not free. So guys, you really need to understand people and stop judge and stop quick to talk that people is mean and people is hype. That is not the word to use. I wish everybody could get visa and come here or get file for and come here. We're gonna see. It's totally different liberty.
Alright.
So
and even we gotta highlight about, you know, sometimes you're back home, like never come to no country and you might see a foreign guy come over and you might be thinking, oh my god, he got this and he got that. You know, they get people that use they get men that is use their last money to buy brand new clothes to just go back home in the Caribbean and just try to impress women just to get to sleep with them. And there is something that me myself back then almost get caught up in.
And not even that. Sometimes I see them come down with the most hype thing on a rent car and I borrow people.
Yeah, they can't take
credit
the tax.
card.
They can't take the tax off the clothes because they gotta take it back to the store.
Exactly. And they borrow the people them credit money off of them credit card too. And when they come here, they're in a bankruptcy.
Set the bills they gotta be paid.
Some of them don't have it to pay and then end up have bad credit. And here, just because they want to live hype life.
Don't put on.
Just because they want to live hype life. Here, listen, I don't really care. I worked. Yes, of course I work. I don't have time. But at the end of the day, I am not no fussy person who have to have a hairstyle or have to do my nails. Because here you have to know how to budget to save a penny, to save a little quatty. If you are the type of person who hype and like nails and like hair, you're not gonna have nothing over here, and you're gonna end up out the door. Like, so enough of people. Let me tell you something. Nowhere don't have mad people like over here. You hear me say? Nowhere in the world. I don't see Jamaica with so much mad people like foreign.
And homeless people too.
Yeah.
And most of the homeless people is crackheads.
Exactly. Over here, if you don't firm, you run off your head. And this is not something that I made up, but it's just the truth. Yeah, this is not something that I made up. It's the truth. And some people we hear talking and say, oh, you're bad mind, and because they don't want them to come to foreign and whatever, but they don't understand. You're never gonna understand until you come here.
Until you're in it.
Exactly. When you come here, you're gonna see.
But most families is this paint a bright picture to some people before they come over here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Get you thinking that, you know, this thing is an easy flow.
And when I usually back home, I take my two eyes, see somebody ask somebody for money, and they send $50, and that person saying $50 money they mean it.
Mm-hmm.
Lad, they don't know. They should appreciate that $50. Do you know what sacrifice that person made to send you that $50? A lot of sacrifice. Because here, if you don't have $300 to buy your food over here, you're not buying nothing. I tell you, because $50 can't buy nothing over here. One bottle of oil and maybe a bag of rice and the $50 finish. You hear? So, people may ask, please.
Be thankful for the little that you're getting.
Exactly. And stop use negatively. See? Stop use negative words. Stop telling people so they mean. Stop talk people because I don't know what people over here going through. I'm not pretty up anything, and I'm not saying anything neither to discourage you guys. You can always try for your visa, but when you come here, you're gonna see. And some of the jobs that I have done here, I know that most of you who come here, who get the opportunity to come here, won't do it. And I'm not asking, I'm telling you. You have to have the drive, you have to have a lot of courage, you have to have a aim when you're here to survive with that working field. I usually work on a farm. Listen, I take my two eyes and see a lady, sun knock out that lady cold. She catch heat stroke. Right? And I'm telling you, that is the worst job I have ever done. That come like it's a slavery you're into. You can't sit down. People in the bush are watching. Same Jamaican, they might carry your name.
Mm-hmm.
You don't believe?
Like you're back in the cotton farm all over again.
That's one of the reasons, guys, I don't do restaurant job. Too much what they call it? Bagwanis, something like that. Mm-hmm. Too much hypocritical. I don't know the word, guys. You can comment down below and tell me if that word is correct that I said, or you can correct me. Too much fight, and everybody is boss in there. Everybody is boss in a Jamaican restaurant. I usually work in there before, and I'm telling you that when you go there, they will tell like somebody who's been there for like maybe a year or a bit, you know, who sees into the job, say, okay, sure what to do and whatever. Alright. When I'm there, the lady told me that this fish is for that price, this fish is for that price, that fish is for that price. I said, okay. Alright. Somebody came there and ordered a fish, an $8 fish. Remember, the lady told me that not to give them a big fish for $8 because $8 is not money. That's how she put it out there to me. I said, okay. When the person came, the customer came and ordered the fish, I gave him the one that she said.
It's for $8.
For $8. When the customer start to curse now, la, look one little fish for $8 for me big old $8. The lady stand up there and say, how kind of little fish you say I give man for $8? God no, me say wait. And you tell me to give the man the fish for $8, so don't come go and say you want to make him man come trace me. And that's how it go.
But what kind of fish selling for $8?
Snapper. You look fine snap at them.
It's a doggy dog world. And then you gotta talk about the winter time. The winter time when you gotta get nothing the cold to go work.
Rain, sun, snow, or storm. If you don't go to work, someone is gonna be in your spot. Let me tell you that. And I like Jamaica where look where rain did I saw. I mean, I don't know about your country, you know. You talk for your country. But Jamaica, I know for sure when the rain fall, and Carlene and say they flood out. I will not go so. And then still I get paid. Yeah, so you can't do that. You have to come out and you have to go work. I tell her that. I say tomorrow when you go, you don't have a job. You hear? So.
And then over here you can't mention that nothing flood even if you want to, because they already get the weather forecast on point and they know when it's gonna be heavy winter or heavy rain.
Right.
Flooding.
Exactly.
So you can't even lie about that.
Exactly.
Over here, getting advantages and disadvantages. With jobs and certain things, like we live in back home, we get it, so we could go pick this from your tree, or you could plant your little whatever vegetables or catch your little fish. You can't do it over here. But like with the phone, for example, like remember back home in the Caribbean, if you put on a 1 month plan, you megabytes could finish before the month up, and it's like you don't get no internet. Over here, if you put on your internet,
it's gonna serve
for the month. It can serve you right out to the month.
It's gonna serve. That is true.
Plus, you could use the hotspot.
Exactly. Right. So that is a good thing. But you know what? Even if you back home and you put a month service, it's not that much as here. Because here I am paying $120 for only my phone bill, and that is roughly almost maybe 20,000.
So it gotta be less for you.
Or maybe it's 18,000 in Jamaica. I'm just
giving an average.
referring. I don't know, but here it's way more expensive. Way more expensive, even though it's served for the month. Because back home, if you put on like maybe $2,000 credit or maybe $2,500, that, and you put on a 1 month, maybe you can serve for 3 weeks. So even if you had another 500 or another 700, it doesn't half that amount that we paid. So back, you see now, back home is way more better in certain things than here. Here is live money you have to pay. A live money on your bill. Live, very live money.
Well, they say there's no place like home, so.
Good part about here now. The money is good. Yeah.
The money is damn good.
The money is good because when back home, I know it was 7,500 for minimum wage. I don't know how much now. Maybe it's 10,000. And 10,000 is like maybe $80 here. And if you're in a job, you can get that in 1 day.
Right.
The only problem is now that it's going to be accumulate to the same cost is the bills. Because when you're paying $1,500 per month for maybe a 1 bedroom. You hear me? And most of them you have to pay light bill different, water rate different, gas bill different, so that accumulates up maybe to like $2,000. Back home, $2,000 is almost $300,000. Tell me now, guys. So you see, the money is good, but without help, it's not going to be that good, because everything, sometimes you're not even earning that for the month. To tell you the truth. That's the reason why you have to do 2 jobs and 3 jobs to pay your bill, clear off your bill, and have local food. You hear me? Sometimes not even $1 you can put on and say, alright, I'm going to save this. You don't have it. And then people are calling and stress up on top of your stress. Then something in work. People for have conscience. Worse if them know, say, okay, you have your family then back home. You can't be calling and be begging like that. We have our family too. And you have to remember that oh, your family come first. Whether or not you call and beg me first, a full family we have to look for first. And that's
But
just
like
that.
this like people ain't got shame either. You see somebody just come to a country, you run it down.
Exactly, because they think we're going through easy. But they don't, they think it's smooth sailing. They don't know the roughages that we going through. They don't know the barriers that we knocking down. It's not easy, guys. Remember. And this is no joke. You might see us laughing and say, oh, they're planning. No. This is something that we're speaking from our tip of our mind, just like that, fluently, because it's something that happens in our everyday life.
And if you come here and not focus, then you won't get nothing.
You gonna get crazy
paycheck to paycheck all your life.
And you gonna get crazy too. Because sometimes here you feel like screaming, you feel like shouting to get a relief. Because the pressure is on. Remember I tell you that. And if you don't have friends here or you don't have family member, even make it worse.
Damn, tell me about it.
Yeah. It even make matters worse if you don't have family member and friend. I know something I'm asking, I'm telling you guys. Sometimes I had a friend, sometimes she called me sometimes and she said, listen, I don't have no one to talk to. And she just started to pour out to me. She started telling me all different stuff and I started to, encourage her and I said, you know what? This is something that we all go through. The only thing about it is because I have my most of my family here, So it is hard, but it's a little bit easier.
Sometimes your own family using your back too.
Exactly. And then again, guys, let me tell you something. You see, if you're not cruff from Jamaica and you sit down on the roadside and no one work, you stand up for Uno. I tell you the truth. Because you see, Uno cannot come here, come live the same life like back home. Because you cannot sit on the roadside, you have to go out and look work. For whomever you're staying with or whoever you're going to live with until you build on your own, you can contribute something. You can't come and just sit down here and just expect that people are going to mind you. That's how it works.
Unless you come and you want link up with some old woman or some old man.
But not even old woman or old man no one in the yard. Nobody wants you
to. Yeah, because if you're not doing the things that they're asking you to do, then you have to go.
Exactly. Because if you're not contributing, you have to clean the house, make sure the house is clean right through. They're not living straw. You understand?
Looks don't make it.
Exactly. Here, let me tell you something now again. Back home, men mind their woman. You see here? No man na give no woman nothing, no woman na give no man nothing. You have to put half and half. Let me tell you from now, you saw me talk it. But Jamaican them can understand. I'm gonna speak it now into standard. Here and back home, no man not gonna give no female anything, and likewise the same. Everyone here has to work and put half and half. Women can run man head right here, like how they can run man head back in Jamaica. You hear? Because women over here now don't value nothing. Let me tell you that. You know why? The ladies set that standard because they came here and they stoop to men. They do whatever just because they want green card or whatever, and that is the standard that they set here. So you know who just come and said, okay, I want to try to do this, I want to try to do that. It's not that easy. It's not. And even if you find a man back home or find a woman back home and they do, okay, they married to you and they take you up here, when you come here, everything is changed.